So on today's episode of TDI Ranger Swap, we're going to be removing the cab and the box and everything from the frame. Because, first of all, the frame, I believe, is in good shape. There's some key spots that I got to check down in there. As well as in the back, there's cross members and stuff that I know are going to need to be done. I want to wire wheel the whole thing off. I want to clean the whole thing up so that I know what I'm dealing with here. There's something worth working on or whatever, right? So to do that, the easiest way to get at the frame and do it up properly is to take the cab off. Plus, once I get the cab off, I'll be able to work on any mounts. The rad support doesn't look too bad, and whatever else. I know the floor has definitely got a few spots that I got to look at. I don't know how bad it really is, and we'll soon enough know, because I'm gonna have to get in here. So basically, to remove a cab on these, you got 2, 4, 6 bolts, 6 main bolts. I mean, you got brake lines, you got all that kind of stuff. The steering rack's got to come out. Well, not the rack itself, but that bolt's got to come out of it. So there's one there, and there's one on that side, same spot. That'll get you in the front. And then once you get into here, there's going to be 2 more. There's going to be one in here, one over there. And then once you get those out, then you can move to the back. And there's going to be 2 in the back. And they're under this. You got to sort of pop all this plastic off, and you can actually get down in there. There's a whole rubber grommet you got to pull off, and then you can get down inside of there. I guarantee these aren't going to come off easy, and you're going to fight with them, but it's got to be done in order to get it apart. So I'm going to work on that. The interior's got to peel back some. I'm definitely going to be taking it all out anyway. I think I want to put a rubber floor mat in there, so might as well start tearing her apart now. The box, to get a box off on this, you got to take the liner out if you have one. And you got 6 bolts in it as well. There's 1, 2, 3, and then the same on the other side. And these are going to be, I believe it's a T55 or T50. I think it's T55 Torx bit. And they're never great to get off. It's always a nightmare. As well as you got to take your brake lights out, take the wires out of them, and then you can pretty much lift the box off. Actually, that's not true. You also got to go over here to your gas cap and unhook these here 3, which is good. I have to get at that anyway, because I want to I got to run another fuel line, return line, to the front of the truck. So got to get at that, and I got to do up the fuel tank on it so that it'll run the TDI, as well as brake lines. I got some problems with these brake lines. They don't look the best, so I figure we'll replace them while I'm at it. And once we get those replaced, I also want to run some wires. I believe I have to run, well, I don't know, I might not have to, but if there's any wires that I got to run down there, I'm going to do it then. And I think we're going to throw a little body lift on it too. So I think in about a 2-inch body lift when I go to put it back together. So anyway, that's that. We're going to see what we can get done. Okay, so here's your rear cab mount. Other rear cab mount. There was seats there. There's like, I don't know, 8 bolts or something. Well, no, there's not even that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, 5 bolts. There's 5 bolts in each. Anyways, then in the front here, you just got to rip your trim up here, and there's a trim piece here you got to take off, and then you can reveal your rusty floor. Guarantee that it'll be rusty. Anyway, this one here definitely needs some lovin's, because you can see the ground there. Anyway, there's your cab bolt there in the front, and on that side, same thing. So I'm gonna see if I can get those off. Okay, I was an idiot and neglected to film this whole process of getting the cab off of here, and also the box. The box I lifted off myself. The cab, I used the tractor with the baler prong in the window, and then I tilted it up, put something inside so it didn't ruin the interior, lifted it up, backed up, set it onto that contraption, and now I got the frame here. She's not too bad, but there's cross members, which I knew the cross members, at least that one was gone. This one here I didn't think would be. I've never seen one gone before, but this one here is actually, it's good on that side, I believe, but it's pretty soft there, so I'm gonna have to deal with that. The frame itself, I've been banging on it with them all, and I haven't found any soft spots, so that's good so far. This back piece actually is in way better shape than I'm expecting, but I imagine once I start beating on it, I'll probably find some shady spots. This here's got to go. So basically, this is TDI swap. So the evap canister here gone. The vent lines and all that can go. The brake line's got to be replaced, as I was saying before. They're in pretty bad shape, as you can see. I wouldn't dare run that, so I'm gonna have to try and get these backed out and hopefully be able to use these junction points again. Who knows, that's gonna be fun. The wiring, well, for the wiring's gonna stay the same for the most part. I'm gonna run 2 extra wires, well no, probably 4, because I'm gonna have 4 like KC type lights across the rack on the back, so I'm gonna run those while I get everything apart here. Gonna just tie them in with the bundle or something, put some tape on them, whatever. So there's that. We got fuel lines here, so I'm just gonna have a quick look at that. We got 2 fuel lines, which is nice. The return and you need a return and you need a feed in for the fuel line on the TDI. So I got 2 lines, but the only trouble is, like, this is confusing because they must have just switched it, because at a certain year on these Rangers, the 2 fuel lines here would go right to the motor. Unfortunately, on this one, they don't. So right here, I'm going to have some sort of junction point, and I'm going to have to extend these 2 lines here all the way right up. So this is the end of